It's all over.
I see it.
See it?
Although it says it's not available.
We're good.
There we go.
Third time's the charm. Third time's the charm. Let's do it live on a Sunday night. My God. Tech savvy guys here, analytics guys, football guys, tech guys. Hello and welcome to another episode of Never Ending Season. That was our third try at getting the stream to work. It worked. I just didn't press the right buttons. Hey, I never claimed to be a technological wizard. Sometimes you need some magic spells to get these things to work, or you just need to press the right buttons. Hey, who would have thought?
You just gotta turn it on or turn it off and back on again.
Yeah, I had to unplug the entire apartment and plug it all back in, and it started working again. So, what are you gonna do? Anyways, welcome again. Did I ever say this? I don't know. We're gonna say it again. Hello, welcome to another episode of Never Ending Season, coming at you live on all the platforms, just all of them. All right, get off me. What do we got? I'm not going through it again. We're just gonna do it. Now I'm gonna go through it again. Browns new unis, hot seat for NFL coaches. I forget the rest.
April Madness Final Four.
Yeah, April Madness.
And then we got a little NFL draft fact or fiction coming.
Yeah, all those and more on this episode of Never Ending Season. Dun, 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 dun. All right, so enough screwing around. The Browns' new unis coming out on the 15th soon.
Yeah.
Soon.
The rumored date is the 15th. We don't actually know that.
If they're anything other than the like the old, what are you laughing at? Because we already said all
Kirsten
this.
just texted me and said it. OMG.
Oh, because of Garrett? Yeah. Hey, if you can see Garrett's face on the slideshow of Garrett, hey, we love you.
He's totally not even gonna figure this out. He's never gonna see this.
Right? We love you, buddy. But Browns new unis. If they're anything other than like the basically the old ones. If they're like, so before we went to these 5 years ago, right when we went to the new ones, if they aren't basically the same exact thing as the old ones, I'm gonna be angry.
I think what the worst case scenario is, you saw those Atlanta uniforms. If they put CLE right here, I'm not buying a jersey.
I would rather put like a big ass, like just a dog right here.
Yeah. That'd be cool.
Yeah. Nate loves the slideshow of Garrett. But yeah, like the dog or like an elf just right there on the chest.
Yeah, but I agree. Take a lot of what's from the old unis, and I mean I was fine with those. So if they can bring those back with a little touch ups here and there, that's what I want.
Basically, just do the color rush just in your normal like regular white and brown. Just do that.
Yeah, that'd be sweet.
I don't know what else. Yeah, that's it.
That's it. We'll have more on the next episode, hopefully.
No, who else is changing uniforms? I know the Patriots apparently are changing their uniform.
Really?
They were on a list. Maybe someone just said it wrong. Who
Chargers,
else?
right?
Chargers. Obviously, Atlanta's suck.
Tampa's
are.
I like them.
Yeah, they're fine.
Yeah.
I mean, when you're changing uniforms, if no one's talking about it, yeah, you're good. So Tampa, you're good. You're just fine. Probably the best reveal of jerseys was when Seattle came out with the new ones. When Seattle changed over to the ones they have now, like Seattle's are so crisp. I think it's just the color scheme because the Browns kind of have like the same design ish, but like poop brown and orange just don't work with it.
Do you like Seattle's like the highlighter yellow ones?
They're okay.
Like that. I like that color.
Yeah.
I feel like that's a very like you either hate it or love it one, and I love it.
I can't picture what you're talking about right now, so I just
okay. Man, what are they? Whatever.
Yeah, we'll figure it out at some point.
Yeah.
I think those were the only. No, there was more. There was definitely more teams. Indianapolis is doing a tweak, so they're probably just gonna add one more white stripe to their shoulder, and then I don't know, Browns. I think
the highlighter yellow is really more of just like an all green.
Oh yeah. I like those ones. Yeah,
I love those.
Yeah, those are nice. I like Jadeveon Clowney looks good in those. Like he'd look good in orange and brown.
He gonna look. Yep, that's right.
He look great in highlighter orange. Or in just the what's it called? The color rushers.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's enough about uniforms because they're coming out. They're not coming out. Who cares? Oh, I care. But are we gonna play football? Who knows? So I mean, what does it even matter? We're never playing football again.
Stop it.
No, like the newest rumor was I forget who came out and said it, but college football is like rumored to be it'll be here for the beginning of the season. But I don't know how you can do college football because they can't do any workouts right now. They can't do any like mini camps or whatever or spring practice. So there's no way. I get the NFL. You could just throw the NFL back into it. They're all pros. They all have private workouts and lots of money. But like the college guys, they rely on like the college facilities that they can't get into right now. So I don't think there's any way that college football starts on time unless this is all magically just goes away within the next month, which it definitely won't.
I saw, isn't not to get too off base here, isn't Texas like lifting some of the restrictions? I heard that. Is that true?
Heck no.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I haven't heard anything.
Yeah.
I'm still technically supposed to stay home all day, but do I? No.
Yeah,
I'm a part of the problem.
I totally didn't go see my mom this weekend. That didn't happen.
That's fine though. I mean, who cares?
Yeah.
But I mean, I don't know. I think we'll be fine. Did you see like the count in New York? The count in New York is absurd. So you can go pull up a little map on like I think I was on AccuWeather. I was looking at the weather, and there's like a coronavirus map next to it. I was like, oh, this is cool. Let's pull this up. And New York has like over 100,000 cases, and then San Antonio had like 600. I was like, whew, glad I'm not there.
Kind of random. But do you remember Greg Palmerton from high school? No?
No.
You're older than me. Shout out to him. He's a nurse, and he works at Ohio State. And he just volunteered to go to New York for 13 weeks to help out. I hope he's safe, but that's pretty cool.
Oh, I'm volunteering my service to go to New York for 13 weeks, probably all expenses paid. Ooh.
I mean, I wouldn't go to New York right now. I'd be like, I'm staying home.
100%. Yeah. I'd be like, hey, sign me up. You're giving me an apartment, a place to stay. You're probably not feeding me, but you're probably paying me extra. Probably giving me like a travel card. Hey,
that's true.
I'm going. Although there's probably not much to do at the moment.
Yeah,
so,
yeah,
I mean,
right.
You can go outside and like, walk around and stuff.
Yeah.
So I mean, I don't know.
All right, enough depressing talk.
I don't think it's depressing. I think we're being very upbeat.
I just mean this whole coronavirus thing.
It's never ending.
Like
because of people like me and you and everyone. So my theory is that everyone's just gonna like, because at least me, kind of at all like the government and like people have kind of just like stopped talking about it so much, so it's not like shoved down your throat every day. So I feel like people are kind of just slowly being like, screw it, or like kind of forgetting that they're not supposed to leave the house. Like at least me, whenever I need anything, I'm like, I'm gonna go get it, and then I have to like be like, oh wait, I'm not supposed to go anywhere, or I'm supposed to socially distance. I went to Walmart today, shoulder to shoulder, bro, because HEB, like the grocery store, was closed, so I had to go to Walmart. Oof. So many people. I was like the only one not wearing a mask because, come get me.
Andrea's parents gave me a mask today, so I now have a mask.
I have a mask, I just don't wear it. You know?
You're worse.
I know. It looks stupid. They give it to me at work. It just looks dumb. I don't like looking
Everyone's
dumb.
doing it, though.
That's true.
Peer pressure.
I set the standard. I am the peer, and I do the pressuring. Anyway, as Keaton has tried to move on multiple times, on to... I know you're all waiting. We've all been waiting for this. April Madness. So, what was this last one? The Elite Eight? Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So, we're going over the results of April Madness's what everyone hates more bracket. Yeah? Close enough.
I feel like we've changed the name like 4 times.
Yeah, whatever. It's things that people hate, like, but what do you hate more? Right? Mm-hmm. Okay, so.
Yeah.
The number 1 seed... Bad Drivers took on the number 8 seed, Stupid Questions. And this was rough. Like, I really thought Stupid Questions. Yep. I voted for Stupid Questions.
I did as well.
I'm pretty sure we were the only people to. But yeah. Bad Drivers won with 80% of the votes. What? I guess people don't deal with Stupid Questions as much as I do, because I also hate Bad Drivers, but man, I'll ram into. Actually, yeah. It just depends on how you look at it. But Stupid Questions suck. Bad Drivers also suck. Like, you can't ram into somebody who, is a bad driver, but you can sure as heck punch someone who's asking stupid questions. No, you can't do that either. But you can. There's ways of getting around stupid questions, but bad drivers, it's like you could speed up. But anyway, they go on, they go on to play or go against number 29 seed Slow Internet, who beat number 5 seed Wet Sox with 2/3. You like that? 2/3 of the votes. Math.
Fractions,
baby. 2/3 of the votes. So Slow Internet destroyed basically Wet Sox. Not a surprise there. This one was close. So for the other two, it was just unanimous. Like, okay, I looked on Twitter, I looked on Facebook, I added up the votes. But for the first two, I didn't because obviously the winner, like, So Bad Drivers won on both platforms. Slow Internet won on both platforms. But for coronavirus versus people who chew with their mouth open, on Twitter, coronavirus won. On Facebook, people who chew it, but slightly. And then on Facebook, people who chew with their mouth open destroyed coronavirus.
That's really surprising because I feel like I see people complain about coronavirus on Facebook more.
I don't know, but I actually had to add the maths together. I had to add the things together, and people who chew with their mouth open ended up winning with 57% of the votes. So this is a sign. Coronavirus is gone. It's going.
Yep.
Like, people don't care about it anymore. I'm telling you.
People would rather go through a global pandemic than sit next to someone who chews with their mouth open at lunch.
That's nice. Hey, I agree. People are less concerned about coronavirus and more concerned about people chewing in their ears. I'm with it because I'm pretty. I don't remember what I voted for, but
I think I voted for coronavirus.
Where I stand right now, I'm with the majority. Don't chew with your mouth open near me. Coronavirus no longer a thing. And then
this one surprised me.
Yeah, this one, yeah. So people who chew with their mouth open is going to take on the number 30 seed Draymond Green, who won with 69% of the votes. Nice. Draymond Green beat Mason Rudolph with 69% of the votes. Nice. But yeah, I really thought because obviously the Cavs and Warriors aren't rivals anymore, so I guess it lingers with Cavs fans because Draymond Green is such a stupid idiot. Sorry, we're live. I can't curse. But I feel like everyone just should hate Mason Rudolph.
I agree.
I voted for Mason Rudolph.
Yeah, I mean, Mason Rudolph took away our best player for however, was that 8 games?
Yes. Yeah, it took away
at least half the season. So I mean, and he's just stupid. And at least Draymond Green.
And he's got a punchable face.
Yeah, well they both do. But
yeah.
At least Draymond Green is halfway. I don't think he's a great player, but he's a decent NBA player. Mason Rudolph just sucks at football.
Yeah, Mason Rudolph has no right to try and come at our guy. All right, you suck. Yeah. Draymond Green at least, has some footing to stand on there. He makes threes and stuff.
Yeah.
He scores a decent amount, but
I think it'd be kind of funny if Bad Drivers won the whole thing because they were randomly the 1 seed.
Yeah,
they just might win. We randomized all these seeds and they.
Yeah, I mean it's like Bad Drivers and then the 29 seed, the 30 seed, and then the 10 seeds in there.
Yeah.
The 29 and 30 seed, the people that just barely squeaked into the tournament. All right, so who's gonna win? Bad Drivers or Slow Internet?
Oh, I think Bad Drivers can't be stopped. I thought Stupid Questions would win, and it wasn't even close. So
I've gone against Bad Drivers every week, and they keep winning. So Bad Drivers.
This one,
Slow Internet is bad, dude.
Given right now, everyone's supposed to be at home, and most of us
aren't.
I mean, we're still at most of the time home.
Right.
So right now, Slow Internet's probably worse, but
probably.
I can't go against Bad Drivers. They're just on a run. Yeah. They're not going to be stopped.
Go with the hot hand.
Yeah.
And then the number 10 seed, Mochu, chewing with your mouth open. I abbreviated it. Chewing with your mouth open versus Draymond Green. I feel like the hate. I didn't realize the hate for Draymond Green was still there as so strong, but it's there. So
this one's kind of funny because I feel doesn't Draymond Green just has a mouth that looks like he'd chew with his mouth open?
Yeah, he looks
he totally looks like that kind of guy.
Okay. That's true. Let's say Draymond Green.
Yeah, I think Draymond Green.
Although Chewing with your mouth open
Yeah,
beat
you're
coronavirus.
right. You're right. It beat COVID.
Like, oh,
Like,
this one's a coin flip. Which would I hate more? Actually, I hate coronavirus more because I can't go anywhere. Like, I can't travel anywhere at the moment.
Yeah.
Like, out of this whole state, basically. I can't go out of the dang city, basically. But, yeah. My vote is going to be for coronavirus.
well, coronavirus isn't in it anymore.
Oh, you're right. They lost. What am I doing? Draymond Green wins.
Yeah, I think Draymond. I mean, again, like, it kind of speaks. Just my pick, I'd probably pick Mo Chews, but I think Draymond Green will win because like he surprised me with how bad he beat Rudolph, and I think I'd pick Mason Rudolph over coronavirus, but that's just me.
I agree. What is today?
It's the 12th on a Sunday evening.
It's the 12th?
Yeah.
Because our little slideshow still says the 7th, so let me just edit that there. But, moving on to that seamless transition. Nobody saw that.
Oh, yeah.
Nobody saw that. Nobody heard that. So we're just going to, what are we going to talk about first? We're going to talk about, Tom, this is NFL news in general, okay?
Yeah.
What's his name? What's his name?
We talk how stupid Bill O'Brien is.
Yeah,
we're talking Tom.
Bill O'Brien is on so many of the drugs. I want to know what it is. He's doing never mind. That was bad. Never mind.
He's doing it all.
Yeah,
so the Texans, the big news from the last couple of days. Not a lot going on. Everyone's preparing for the draft, hoping they don't get hacked and everything. But, the Texans made a trade. They traded their 2020 second-round pick, and this was their pick, not the one they got from the Cardinals. So it's, I think, 57. They, in return, got Brandon Cooks and a 2022 fourth-round pick. So
they basically traded DeAndre Hopkins and a second-round pick for David Johnson, Brandon Cooks, and a fourth-round pick. Yeah?
Yeah. Hold on.
Basically.
Where's that tweet? Where's that one? Yeah, I think that's right. Basically, the Texans have swapped DeAndre Hopkins for Brandon Cooks to move up 17 spots in the draft because they still have Arizona's pick.
Mm-hmm.
Acquire David Johnson and add a 2022 fourth rounder. So it's pretty much.
Oh yeah, that's even worse.
So they
2 years in the future.
Yeah, so they I guess they didn't really give up. They gave up their second, but in retrospect, they moved up 17 spots in the draft. They acquired Brandon Cooks. They got David Johnson and a 2022 fourth-round pick for DeAndre Hopkins.
They also traded arguably the best receiver in the league.
Oh, yeah. No, I'm not defending him. I'm just saying.
And I would much rather have that second-round pick than Brandon Cooks.
That's what – well, I agree. Someone, not going to name names here, came out and said –
Say it.
And this might be true.
Say it.
Pete Smith.
Yeah, okay.
SI Browns.
Stupid.
Which, well, hey, slow down.
Sorry.
He said this is the best trade Bill O'Brien's made. And if you think about the trades Bill O'Brien has made, that might not be far-fetched.
Are you talking about the Brandon Cooks trade?
Yeah.
He's just scrambling now.
Right. It's better than trading. Okay, let me preface this all by saying I don't like this trade for the Texans. It's better than trading Clowney for Barkevious Mingo and another backup linebacker.
No, yeah, that was stupid. All of Bill O'Brien's
horrible.
trades suck.
The only one that's okay, I think, was the Laramie Tunsil trade, and they still gave up 2 first-round picks for a borderline top 10 tackle.
Yeah,
he's good, but he's not top 5.
No,
which
I wouldn't even give up 2 for Trent Williams.
No,
no.
Yeah. Okay. So.
Yeah.
I like Brandon Cooks a lot. I like him a lot. I think he's a pretty decent receiver. I don't think he's a number 1 receiver. I like what they've – if we're not considering trade value, I kind of like what they've done. Just on paper, I like their 4 receivers.
I don't.
I like I like Cooks. Okay, I lied. I like two of them. Who are their four receivers? They got Cooks. They got Fuller. They
Cooks,
got
Cobb, Fuller, and Kenny
Who's
Stills.
the other one? Kenny Stills. Okay, so I like Fuller. I like Cooks, and I like Stills. I'm not a big Cobb guy.
None of those
especially
guys are number
these
one
days.
guys.
No,
None of them.
I think
Those four receivers with DeAndre Hopkins, cool,
Yeah.
great,
Yeah.
great players.
yeah,
But you have Brandon Cooks, who is, for some, like you said, almost left football because of injuries.
yeah.
Who's been bounced around teams. Has been a good player. Not an amazing, never a top
Yeah.
10 receiver. Been a good.
I think he
a good
was
player.
like borderline number one when he was in New Orleans. But
Number one
since
receiver.
then, no.
Oh, I thought you meant like, and then I'm talking about NFL. Like what NFL wide at the position. Never been a top 10 receiver.
Oh, top 10, no.
Yeah.
I was saying like he could be a number one on a decent team when he was in New Orleans. Not now.
Okay, yeah,
Yeah,
but didn't last.
and he also had Drew Brees. So,
Exactly.
Was
Was with the Rams, who they have Cooper Kupp and Robert Woods. So
Yeah.
it was basically just like the trio was good,
yeah,
not him.
Yeah.
When he was in New England, was Amendola was still there, right? Or was it?
I think so, yeah.
I don't think what's his name was there. Edelman, was Edelman playing at that time? He was there, but I don't know if
he was.
I don't know if he was a star.
He was.
Is. Okay.
Yeah.
Regardless, and then they had Gronk. When we
Yeah.
all know Gronk was the number one receiver. Speaking of Gronk, I've heard some rumors.
Mm-hmm.
So there is a soft rumor out there. I heard it on another podcast. I was like, you know what? Let me just make sure this is legit before I start talking about it. And there's a CBS? Yeah. Is that CBS? NBC
Jovi,
Sports.
Ask your doctor about a Jovi.
No, I will not ask my doctor. But there's an NBC article about Gronk possibly coming back to try and go to Tampa Bay because he's still under contract with the Patriots. He's owed like $9 million if he comes back. But if Gronk comes back and is like, hey, I'm not playing for the Patriots even though you have my contract, like y'all work something out and then either release me or let me
Just
buy it
trade
out.
him for like a fourth rounder.
That's what I'm saying. So really,
Yeah.
Bill O'Brien, not Bill O'Brien. Shut up, Bill O'Brien. But Bill Belichick, I feel like he would see this as okay, like it's basically a pick out of thin air. Like, oh, thanks for the pick. Or if they don't, and especially if they don't have the cap space, you can just be like release him. Cause obviously none of it's
Oh,
guaranteed.
Tampa's got the cap.
Exactly. And I'm talking about
Yeah.
the Patriots.
Oh,
If the Patriots
okay.
needed cap space, like if he came back,
Yeah.
it would probably fuck their cap space.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
they'd be like, okay, let's just release him. Or I guess if Tampa's like, oh, we'll give you something for it. But if Tampa's like, we're not going to give you anything, although they could just turn around and be like, hey, screw you. But again,
Yeah.
no one would trade for him because if he comes out and is like, I'm only going to play for Tampa or else I'll retire again. He has all the leverage if he wanted to come back. That would be something.
Yeah.
Tampa.
That would be
Tampa's my
insane.
Super Bowl favorite.
Yeah. I think I'd be surprised. Didn't he just do like a WWE thing?
Yeah, he's like the 24/7 champion.
That's
He's
great.
holding the belt right now.
That's
I
awesome.
see Gronk walking out of the tunnel at Tampa Bay with a belt. Like, what's up, baby?
Nate just texted me and said, "Is Garrett a guest?" I
No.
haven't heard him talk yet. No,
No,
it's
he's
just
not.
A
It's just a slideshow of Garrett.
him.
Like, watch it. It's just a slideshow of Garrett.
That's funny though.
It's awesome.
So, okay, back. I don't think that would happen, but if it does,
But
yeah, sign me
imagine
up. Sign me up.
you
Tampa
basically
all
have
day.
O.J. Howard playing Aaron Hernandez role,
Yeah,
which
Oh,
could
God.
work well.
yeah,
I don't know.
yeah. So, okay, back to the Cooks thing. When I saw this is just like when I saw that Hopkins was traded, I was like, oh, they have to be getting the number 8 pick from Arizona.
Hell
Nope,
no.
didn't get that. So when you saw that they traded for Brandon Cooks, what would you guess they were giving up?
For Brandon Cooks,
Yeah,
maybe a 4th round pick. Maybe.
I
thought like a
'cause
5th, maybe.
I-
Like this
I
year's
thought-
5th or next year. Because I mean, look, we got Jarvis Landry coming off a Pro Bowl season for what, a 4th?
Fourth and seventh.
4th and a 7th. I
Yeah.
thought for sure they got 2 later round picks because Brandon Cooks didn't even play a lot last year. He was hurt, right?
So yeah, that's the other thing. Pete Smith, sorry Pete, was arguing that he played 14 games last year. His game log might say 14, but he was not active. Like
So
he
didn't
wasn't
play.
playing.
Like he might have
Yeah,
been active.
like he
for
might have
14
dressed.
games.
Yeah. And like, granted, for the Rams, overall. Like last year was kind of a rough season. The year before that, he was, he had 1,200 yards, 5 touchdowns, 80 catches. Like he's a good receiver. He's not like I would take him over Jarvis Landry.
The what are they called? The Texans now have 4 good receivers, but they're not receivers that are going to command like respect.
3 have major injury concerns.
Yeah.
Fuller injured all the time. Brandon Cooks almost quit football, like you said, concussion issues.
And then Cobb.
Randall Cobb gets hurt all the time.
Yeah.
Like
because they're all small guys.
if they're all on the field, then you do have. I do kind of like the concept of like we kind of have a track team going. Like Fuller, Stills, Cooks. I'm sorry, are all speedsters. Like vertical, just sling the ball. They'll get separation.
Just
but
slang it.
at the same time, like Cooks hasn't been. You can't convince me that he's worth a second rounder in like the deepest wide receiver class we've seen in a long time. Like they could get like there's a small chance like T. Higgins could somehow be there in the second round.
50s, yeah.
Yeah, or like Jalen Rieger from TCU, who is like he just ran. I know it was at his pro day. Everyone's saying pro day times are fake. He ran a 4.38 40. Like these guys, this receiver class is really good. And plus, like Cooks this year has an $8 million cap hit, which isn't bad. But they could cut him after this year, no dead cap. But after that, $12 million cap hit, $13 and $14 million. I'm not touching Brandon Cooks for $13, $14 million.
Hell no.
Especially with
might not
the
be
injury
playing.
concerns.
Yeah.
So, like I said, like a fourth, maybe you could maybe talk me into a third. Not this year, in the future, just because this receiver class I think is good. Another trade like Bill O'Brien, I swear, we'll get to this.
If Brandon Cooks came out, this year, let's say this year, and plays well, at least plays all 16 games, has 800 yards, whatever, has a productive season, you could talk me into a third round. If he plays all 16 games, you could talk me into a third.
Big if.
But there's no way in hell. I gave him a fifth, maybe a fifth. Yeah, no way in hell I'd give him anything higher than that. But Bill O'Brien's on a lot of cocaine or crack or heroin or whatever he's doing.
I was going to say, Bill O'Brien also paid Randall Cobb like $12 million a year.
What I'm saying, dude.
Ugh.
And they think Kenny Stills is going to be their number one guy. Like, he's a good receiver, but he's not a number one guy.
If this is another big if Will Fuller stays healthy, I could see him being a number one receiver.
I don't know. No. He's the number 2 guy who runs straight down the field.
I do think that's what he's best at, but I think that kind of receiver could be a number one. Well, he's going to have to be the number one guy. Like, just because we saw, like, you remember that one game this year where he had like 300 yards?
Yeah, because you have obviously DeAndre Hopkins on the other side of the field.
I agree. I know. I just, if I had to bet on one of them being the number,
I would say Stills would be the number one guy, or Cooks.
Probably Cooks, yeah.
I just think bodies, size-wise, and I don't know. I just think, Cooks, I guess, yeah.
Cobb, why the hell did they sign Randall Cobb?
I don't know.
That will never make sense to me.
I feel
the Texans suck. If you're a Texans fan, I am sorry for you.
Randall Cobb looks like he's like 50 years old, but he's actually in his 20s.
Yeah. Oh, man.
I love that guy. I don't.
I wanted to see him stay in Dallas because I remember Packers fans getting pissed when McCarthy used him as a running back all the time. And I wanted to see that happen again.
That's probably why he's gone.
On the sideline.
McCarthy's like, I don't want him, man. I don't need him. Can't have him.
Man.
Can't work with him. Can't work without him. God, we just went off on this.
Bill O'Brien sucks.
Bill O'Brien sucks, but you know who doesn't suck? Tom Brady. Bruce Arians. Tampa Bay. What is that? Tampa Bay? Tampa Brady.
Oh, these are awful.
So Tom Brady filed a trademark. Well, I'm sure he didn't file it, but Tom Brady's team filed for a trademark on the term Tampa Bay and Tampa Brady. So, like, he can make T-shirt. I'll be the first one in line to buy a Tampa Bay T-shirt from Tom Brady's site. It's honestly, he's gonna trademark it and then be like, "Here, Nike, make some stuff." And they'll be like, "Okay." And we're gonna get Nike shirts from Dick's Sporting Goods that say Tampa Bay or Tampa Brady.
Do you think Tom Brady is gonna be a completely different person now that he's not under Bill Belichick?
Yeah,
I think
he's gonna be in the media
so
more.
Outspoken.
Yeah, definitely in the media a lot more. Not like bad, but I think you're just gonna hear him talk more.
Yeah, and I do think I didn't get a chance to listen to it, but I saw he was on with Howard Stern last week. And I do think like the whole like animosity between him and Belichick was kind of just overrated.
Yeah.
Like I don't I think they just kind of both kind of understand that it's time for them to go their separate ways. And like one thing I really liked that he said was, people always say like, is it Belichick or like the chicken or the egg thing? Is it me? Is it me or is it Belichick? And he was like why do people ask that? Like I just it doesn't make sense to have that argument to me because like it's like never
Who the
obviously
success
like
is on.
even now we're not gonna know because if Tom Brady sucks, like if he just goes straight down, I mean the dude's what 40? He's gonna be 42 in August, right?
Yeah, who cares?
He's early 40s. Like if he's not good now, it's not just because Belichick's not there.
No, he's 40, but Tom Brady's never lost.
Yeah,
I don't see him going anywhere, and I
No.
don't see him making that move. I don't see him making that move if he thinks he's going to lose. You know?
he's a smart man.
I think
yeah.
he thought this through very hard.
Yeah, plus like I don't think that move happens if like no offense, I love Kevin Stefanski. Let's say Stefanski was the coach of the Buccaneers. Like
Yeah.
that's not happening.
No.
Like Bruce Arians is a veteran. He's been with
Carson
Palmer, Peyton Manning, Big Ben. He's been with them all.
Yeah.
You know, I think
He's quarterback guy.
at worst they're gonna be like fighting for a wild card spot. Like they're not gonna be a bad team.
Because
I
who's
cannot
in their
see that
division?
happen.
They're in the division with the Panthers
New
and the
Orleans.
Saints and
Atlanta.
Yeah, Atlanta doesn't matter.
I think Atlanta might bounce back.
We had this conversation earlier about
Yeah.
because someone was a Panthers fan and I was talking to on another podcast, and I was like, I like what the Panthers are doing. Like you can see what Matt Rule is doing. Like he has a vision.
Yeah.
I was like, this year
Yeah.
they're not gonna win.
No,
I was like, and then they said the division. I was like, oh hell no, they're not gonna win.
there's no chance.
Yeah, no way.
I could
no.
see.
And then we were
you
talking
could talk-
about yeah.
I was gonna say I find it more likely Atlanta would win the division than Carolina.
Yeah, no.
Like I like what Carolina's doing, like you said, but like
they're
they
not
are
right
looking
now.
so far in the
Yeah.
future. Yeah,
We were talking about Todd Gurley too, wearing Deion Sanders' number.
yeah.
And I just heard about that today. I was like, okay, who cares? Because
Yeah.
Atlanta refuses to retire numbers or something. I don't know. But we were talking about. I think Todd Gurley's gonna have a big old year.
I
think
do
he's gonna have a
too.
big
I
one.
think
Atlanta might not be good, but I think Todd Gurley has another. He's back up there. I don't know what the Rams were doing with him though. Like, was he actually hurt, or were they just like, yeah, get out?
yeah. I mean,
'Cause,
I think-
he had a respectable year last year.
yeah. It wasn't like it was
It wasn't
top
like
half of the league.
yeah, it
you
wasn't
know,
like all
top.
pro, all NFL, but it was
Yeah.
it was a respectable season.
Yeah, I actually like that move a lot for them. I could see them still maybe drafting a running back just because he's on. Is it a
Yeah.
1-year deal, right?
I
Or is
don't
it
know.
2?
I don't
1
know.
or 2. It's a short-term deal. So like, if the board falls a certain way, I could see them going after like DeAndre Swift or in the second round. Honestly, like Dobbins might still be there or our draft guy Cam Akers. I mean, like if he's there in the second round, but I agree. I think in that system, I think he'll do pretty well in Atlanta.
Todd Gurley, yeah. I mean, they basically have the super team like in the NBA, big three.
Yeah.
I mean, if you classify if in this big three, Matt Ryan is the Chris Bosh.
Yeah.
You have Julio Jones, who's LeBron, D Wade, and Todd Gurley, and then Chris Bosh and Matt Ryan. So as long as Matt Ryan doesn't blow it, like they'll be fine. Well,
They lost their boy Hooper.
Oh, they did. You're right. Oh,
Who's their tight
those
end?
bastards who took.
Do they even
Hooper.
have a tight end? I can't even
I don't know who it is. I couldn't tell
look
you.
it up.
Look it up. But
Uh,
yeah, I couldn't tell you who it was. But yeah, they have the big three, but I don't think their defense is great.
I was gonna say,
who
I
do
don't
they-
think they did enough.
Who do
on
they
defense.
have? Who do they have opposite Julio Jones? I guess they have what's his name?
Calvin Ridley, he's
who's
good.
How,
They
how
signed
how
a-
are the Falcons not better than they are?
I know, because their defense is so horrible.
They should be able to
Um,
outscore people like at least.
yeah, I
They
agree.
win like
They-
3 or 4 games a year, but like, how did I can see why they were in the Super Bowl a few years ago. Maybe it's their coaching.
Yeah, it's well, we'll get to that.
Yeah, we're working on it.
Okay, their tight end is Jaden Graham.
No idea who that is.
Oh wait, no, they traded for Hayden Hurst.
Oh yeah, I remember
forgot
that.
about that.
Hey, bro, the Falcons are making.
Yeah.
Falcons could surprise some people. Hey, watch out, Tampa Brady.
Yeah,
Or
Yeah,
wait,
I mean,
Tampa Bay.
they did get. I'm trying to think. they still have Grady Jarrett. He's amazing. They got Dante Fowler, and he's replacing Vic Beasley. I think that's a big upgrade.
Yeah.
They did lose Desmond Trufant, and their secondary already wasn't that good.
Well, they have placed something to address in the draft.
Yeah, they definitely have some holes. Like their defense isn't great, but I mean, they did come on strong at the end of last year. Like they started off I think 1-7 and finished 7-9 or something like that.
Is this a hot take? Like the more I think about it, the more I'm like, Atlanta could be in the playoffs next year. if Matt, I think
absolutely.
If Matt Ryan doesn't screw it up, what am I trying to say? If Matt Ryan doesn't lose it for them, which I don't think he will, but I mean he might. He's getting old. But I think if Matt Ryan gets out of his own way, they could win some games.
He really, I mean, last year he was
bad.
Awesome. 4,500 yards, 26 touchdowns, 14 picks. The picks are a little high, but
still not terrible. They also didn't have a run game.
Yeah.
So I get it. So,
yeah.
I mean, add Todd Gurley.
You know what?
Feed Todd Gurley 15, 20 times a game if he can hold up. I don't know if he's really hurt or if it was just, again, the Rams, but
I am so glad the Browns aren't in the NFC. There are like 10 teams I could see making the playoffs.
We talked about this already, but
yeah.
Cardinals are making the playoffs. Falcons are making the playoffs. Book it. One of the two. Not both. One of the two.
Yeah, I could see that.
Oh, I love the Cardinals, dude. I'm watching the Cardinals every week.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I love it. I love Kyler Murray.
I do,
a little short mo.
Did you see that Twitter poll? Take him over 6?
Oh, hell no.
Yeah, that's right.
Hell no. No.
See, we said this would be a short.
No.
Look at this. We were like, yeah, this will be a short episode, and we're just going on tangents.
Yeah, we're like 35 minutes in. It's fine. We're getting there. I gotta stop thinking about 6. 6 gotta
keep doing
6. Hey, 6. Hey, I see you out there. I see you working out. Hey, I see that 6-pack coming in, buddy. Hey, you bring that to camp this year? Hey, you bring that to training camp this year? Hey, you bring that to the season this year?
Ooh.
Hey, you hit Hooper down the seam? You hit OBJ over the top? You hit Jarvis on the inside, on the outside? You hit Jarvis where the hell you want. Hey, 6, you bring that? I'm going to be happy with you, 6. Hey, bring it, 6. I love you. Hey, love you, 6. Anyway. Enough of the 6 till I die. All right? Baker Mayfield.
That's right.
Where is he? Here he is. Bring
this
it.
Guy.
Baker. Okay, we're done with 6. Gotta stop. I'm gonna cry. I'm very emotional about 6. So we're moving on to NFL draft fact or fiction.
Let's do it.
NFL draft fact or fiction. So I think you've all heard some sort of, we like to steal things. Not really. There's nothing to talk about, people.
Yeah.
Sports aren't doing anything. We're not doing nothing. We talk about it, and then really the last sports news that came out was the whole MLB and Arizona thing. That's it. I haven't seen anything.
And
else.
the Brandon Cooks trade.
Yeah,
you can only talk about that for like 10 minutes.
Yeah, I mean we probably stretched it to 15, but it is what it is. We can only talk so much without you all not getting bored. Okay, so we're gonna move on. We're talking about the NFL draft again.
We wanted to do a mock draft, but we think it's better if we wait another episode or two to do that because we just did the top 12.
And we're doing
like 2 weeks ago.
Yes, and we're doing a live stream the night of the draft. We'll probably hop on 30 minutes before.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try and get guests in and out. I'm gonna try and get some guests to come on. Yada yada, such and such. Listen, hey, all you people not receiving, you probably haven't received them. I'm gonna give you the benefit of the doubt. You haven't received my emails. You haven't received my DMs. That's probably why you haven't responded. But I just want someone to come on, give me a little insight. I love our friends, I do, but I just want some professional, I'll take PFF's assistant to the regional manager. I don't care. I'll take anybody. Just come on if you work in football.
I'll take Bleacher Report's assistant to
the intern of the janitor.
Yeah, there we go.
I'll take that guy. You work in the building. So, NFL draft fact or fiction. Keaton, this was you wrote this down. This is your thing. You go ahead.
All right, so pretty much we're gonna go through each of these, and I'll say the statement. You tell me fact or fiction, and I'll say mine.
Okay.
So first one, Justin Herbert will be the second QB taken in the draft.
Fiction all day. Fiction. I mean,
I hope so.
I did see Tua's little pro day, throwing workout.
Uh-huh.
Well, it didn't look great, but
Yeah,
I don't think you can. I don't like Justin Herbert.
I can't.
And I think
oh man,
Tua has like the whole body of work, in his college career that says, although we might not know, there might be something wrong with Tua, but he was moving pretty well. Obviously, he's a little rusty. I don't know who was recording that pro day. Maybe he wasn't supposed to be. Maybe he wasn't supposed to get out. I don't know. But, yeah, fiction.
I think so too. I think if we were going through a normal draft process, this would absolutely no
Squashed.
chance this would happen.
Although, someone could make like a Daniel Jones like leap and be like, I love this guy from freaking Appalachian State.
Yeah. So like, I don't know. Like, like I said, if we were going through a normal draft process, there's no chance this would happen. Tua would be going into buildings, would be checking with their medical team, because all they can go off of right now is a third party saying, hey, Tua's healthy. That's all they got. So I could maybe see it happening. If I were the Dolphins GM, Justin Herbert, I've said this multiple times, he's my QB4. I'd take Jordan Love over him.
I'd take Jalen
I'm
Hurts.
not a huge fan. I would probably take Jalen Hurts. I don't know what it is scouts see in him, but this all stems from Daniel Jeremiah came out and said there's a rumor going around that the Dolphins prefer Herbert to Tua. I don't know if that's just them bluffing. There are a lot of bluffs happening right now. We're all very bored and stuck inside our houses. Like, people are just coming up with shit.
All the GMs and stuff are bored too. They're just like, watch this.
So
and again, this is all a part of the NFL.
Yeah.
Like, the Dolphins could have put that out there and been like, just to, I don't know, maybe, make it so, because obviously the Dolphins are number 5, pick at number 5, just to make it be like, oh, we don't have to jump the Dolphins. They don't even prefer Tua. We're gonna take Tua. Like a team like
the Chargers.
Yeah,
for
a team
sure.
like the Chargers jumping.
Yeah.
Like, oh, we might not have to. It's all a part of the game. Obviously, I don't. If they pick Herbert, that's a big old mistake. And Brian Flores, well, Brian Flores isn't the GM, but whoever the GM is in Miami might get. Although, maybe Herbert would be a good player.
Yeah, I think if a team prefers Herbert over Tua, it's probably the Dolphins. I feel like in LA, the Chargers would definitely, like, I can't see them preferring Herbert, although I think that might be who they end up with. So let's move on to the next one. Kind of related. Fact or fiction, the Dolphins will trade up from number 5.
I think it's definitely possibly a fact. If I had to choose right now, and honestly, I think that the whole virtual BS plays into this because it's not going to be like a normal draft scenario. I really don't think there will be either. There's going to be a lot more trades, or there's going to be a lot like no trades because people are like, what do I do with my hands? Hello, like can I get? What do I do with my hands? So I mean, I guess it's not hard. All GMs have each other's numbers, so they can just like call each other on the phone. So maybe it won't be that bad, but I think if I had to go out on a limb, I'd say fact, because I feel like, obviously I don't feel like the Justin Herbert thing is fact, so no, fiction on Justin Herbert. So I think they're going to trade up and go I think they'll trade up to 2 and try and take him because I think the Chargers are going to try and trade up to 2.
See, I could see 3. I feel like the Redskins love Chase Young so much
That's true.
They're gonna,
unless the rumors are that Dwayne Haskins isn't their guy, but I don't think you.
Yeah, I think if Dwayne Haskins isn't their guy, and Ron Rivera's there, why not just go sign Cam Newton? Yeah, that's my thing. I think Chase Young's just too damn good. I mean, he's easily a lot of people's number 1 player in the draft. I think if I so badly want to see the Dolphins just give up everything to go to 1 and get Joe Burrow.
No.
That's the other rumor that came out this week. I just don't think Cincinnati's going to do it.
How do you? No, you can't not draft Joe Burrow.
Yeah, I think I'm going to say. So a lot of people think, like, why would the Dolphins trade up from 5? Like, they're ahead of the Chargers, but obviously it's so the Chargers don't trade in front of them. So I think this is a fact. I think like I don't buy into the Herbert smoke, like we said. They shouldn't be doing that, and I just think they're gonna make sure they get, like, why would Detroit not do that? The Giants, so the Lions went Jeff Okudah, and I think that's a great pick. and like the Giants absolutely aren't going to draft a corner. Makes no sense. So they can go down 2 picks, maybe get, I don't know, a second and a third or something like that. Like it makes all the sense in the world for the Lions to do this. So I think fact. I think they'll go up to 3 and trade with the Lions for sure.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I don't think. How many? What do they trade for it though? What do they trade to get up to 3?
So I think the Jets.
Obviously, your number 5 pick, and then maybe another.
I think it was
first.
Everyone, because I think the Jets did a similar thing when they got Darnold.
Yeah.
I think don't quote me. I think they traded a 2 and a 3.
Yeah, but I feel like
that seems like a lot.
All the teams know that Miami has 3 first-round picks, so they're like, no, give me the 5, give me the
and 20, whatever,
or give me your third one.
Yeah.
And I think the Dolphins are gonna be like, okay, fuck it, yeah, take it.
Yeah. I mean, if they like Tua, like they should absolutely.
They want him
do
that much.
Yeah.
So.
All right, on to the next one. These are all quarterback related.
Of course they are.
Fact or fiction? 3 quarterbacks go in the top 10.
Oof. Let me.
More than likely Herbert, unless someone really likes Jordan Love.
Yeah. In the top 10? Probably because obviously Bengals are going to take one, Miami's going to take one, and then the Chargers are probably going to take one, maybe. And I don't know if they're going to take one with their first pick though.
This is where we run into more of what would we do than what we think's going to happen. Yeah. If I am the team, so I like Tua a lot. I think I like Tua a little more than you do. I think
definitely
the Chargers or whoever, like if the Chargers, I think Tua would be a good fit with the Chargers. I think they should try and get ahead of Miami because I wouldn't buy into the Herbert smoke. Like you don't just go off of that. I think whoever is ending up with Justin Herbert should not take a quarterback, but I think they will. I think if the Chargers jump, I still think Miami takes Herbert at 5. Either way, I think one of them's going to take Justin Herbert. So I think fact. But if it were me, I wouldn't touch Justin Herbert in the top 10. I'd go Jordan Love or Jalen Hurts in the second round and get Isaiah Simmons or one of the top tackles.
Yeah, I agree. Fact, it will happen.
Yeah.
Fiction, I would do it.
Yeah, I agree.
Would. I'm cool with Tyrod. Cool with him.
Hell yeah.
Cool with Tyrod. Never mind. I won't say this because you're just gonna ask me anyway.
All right. Fact or fiction? Isaiah Simmons goes in the top 5.
Oof. I hope not. I hope not. I hope not. But I think he will. Well, dude.
I'm starting.
No, maybe not.
I keep seeing the Giants taking him. I don't know.
No.
I don't know if that's smart. Because they definitely need a tackle, but it just seems like a Dave Gettleman thing to do. And I'm not saying that'd be a bad pick. I think Simmons is going to be great.
No, it'd be a great pick. Like, imagine him and Jabril on the same team.
Yeah.
You got 2 of the same guy, basically. Not really, but Jabril's like, you think you're better than me, bud? Huh?
You know, I think fiction.
No.
I'm going to go fiction. I think the Giants fans want Isaiah Simmons, and obviously, like, he's the sexy pick, but, like, they really need a tackle.
Giants fans don't know what they need. All right.
Nate Solder is a bad tackle. They invested a lot of money into him, and he's just not good. I'm gonna say fiction. I think top 8 probably fact. Like the Panthers make a ton of sense. The Cardinals make a ton of sense. And really, if the Chargers don't like Herbert, why not? Like they would have the best defense in the league.
Even Jacksonville doesn't sound bad.
No, I mean, they have Myles Jack, they have Joe Schobert.
Yeah.
They really need another linebacker, and I think he'd fit. Yeah, that'd probably be my.
So yeah,
off the top of my head, favorite linebacking core.
Obviously, Bengals are taking Joe. Obviously, the Redskins are taking Chase Young. 3, they might trade down, but I don't think they're
getting Okuda either way in the top 5 though.
Yeah. The Giants, I think they have to go with a tackle, like you said. Dolphins obviously going QB. Chargers, it would be a sexy thing to see him there, but I mean I think they're probably going to go QB.
Yeah.
At least that's what everyone thinks. Panthers,
I
like
could
you
see
said,
Carolina.
Yeah, Carolina. Yeah, it's a possibility. Although, like, if they're trying to beef up their offense to get around Teddy B, like, who knows? How are their tackles? I don't know. They just traded for that one tackle from the Chargers.
So they have Okung, and then they drafted Greg Little in the second round last year. He hasn't been great, but I mean they did.
Yeah.
I think they're they're either going Simmons or Derek
Or they
Brown.
could go, Derek Brown, I was going to say.
Yeah.
They could go defensive tackle. Cardinals, I think, obviously have to go either, or no, they're going to go tackle. I was going to almost said receiver. No, they're not going receiver because Bill O'Brien smokes drugs.
I could see them going defense.
Really?
Yeah.
Their offensive line is terrible.
I know, but
other than A.Q. Shipley.
They re-signed DJ Humphries, and he was their left tackle last year. I mean, he's not great, but he's not horrible.
We also re-signed Hubbard.
I know. I'm not saying it's the right move. I could see them going like Derek Brown or Simmons because their defense stinks too.
Yeah.
I could see the Cardinals being good just because they.
I think you could get a formidable defender in later rounds, but if you want to get one of these top 4 tackles,
yeah.
I think they take worse. That's a good.
I
think
that makes sense.
That'd be nice.
Yeah, I think he makes a lot of sense there. He's probably in the best shape out of them all.
Yeah.
And like
Kyler Murray scurrying around like a little meerkat
that
out there.
up offense. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that. And then you got Kenyon Drake, who's a little scat back, base kind of. Yeah, I think if Wirfs is there, I think they take Wirfs.
I think that's the right move
and then
for sure.
Jacksonville, I don't know, but
Jacksonville seems they're so like. I've seen some mocks with. I hate this. I've seen them taking Herbert to 9, if he's there.
Yeah.
I've seen everything for them really. They're definitely a trade back candidate. I could see them going like Judy or Lamb, just because opposite Chark. Like they don't really have. I mean, D.D. Westbrook's fine, and
I love DJ Chark.
Yeah, Chark's great. But if they want to see what they got in Minshew and just surround them with weapons,
or they could. I don't know how their tackles are either, but
they've got.
You want to see what you got in Minshew?
They've got Cam Robinson, I believe, and he seems like more of a guard, so I could definitely see them moving him inside and drafting someone. But
I might go defense too, like defensive. If what's his name?
Yeah.
Derek Brown, I think. Yeah.
I could see Brown or Kinlaw, either one of those two.
Yeah, but I mean, if Simmons is there, I think he goes.
Yeah, absolutely.
Just that'd be a nasty secondary.
Oh yeah.
So, well, no, I lied. It wouldn't be because I just forgot that what's his name Ramsey's with the Rams, so never mind.
That'd be a nasty linebacking secondary-ish core.
Yeah.
Joe Miles Jack and him.
Yeah. And then obviously the Browns. But if he falls to 10, hey, factor fiction. If Isaiah Simmons falls to 10, the Browns take him. I say fiction, man. But I think they're. Fuck, I don't know, man. I don't know.
I think if
I'm excited for the live stream.
Okay, so let's say it's him and. God, this is hard. Let's say it's him and so in your scenario, assuming let's say who's going to the Giants at 4? Wills.
Becton.
Okay, let's say Becton and Wirfs are gone. You got Wills and Thomas on the board, which I like both of them a lot. I'd probably go Thomas.
I think those are my top 2.
Yeah,
Wirfs
and Wills.
Wirfs is he's getting to me. So those top 3.
Those top 3 are my I have them a tier higher than Becton.
Yeah.
But I think scouts might have Becton way higher. But anyway,
I should be a scout.
I think this is hard, man. I would go tackle. But you could talk me. I mean, dude, Trent Williams is still going to be out there.
True.
Jason Peters is still out there right now. If Isaiah Simmons is there, because I don't think
there could be a.
Do you see us trading back?
No.
Like let's just to 12. Let's say the Raiders really like Simmons, right? So they want to get. Well, no, they wouldn't really want to trade up though. Because the Jets, I don't think the Jets would take Simmons.
No, I don't think they're
they need,
they need other things.
Their tackles are horrible.
They need a tackle. They need receivers. They need something.
Yeah. So
I think you'd have to trade back to 13 or 14, maybe 15, because Denver might need a safety.
Yeah.
I don't think fuck that. Stop trading back.
Yeah.
Take your guy. I think it's obviously tackle, but if Simmons is there, it's gonna be a conversation. You take Simmons, unless you have something lined up. You could see a trade on draft night. We need what's his name? Trent Williams.
Right. So let's say Wills, Thomas, Simmons are there. Right then, you call Washington and you say, "We want Trent Williams. What are we giving up?" If they say, I mean, they have no leverage right now. Trent Williams wants out. He hasn't been traded. all right, give up a third rounder. Okay, let's do it. And then
I
you
don't know if
get
that's going to
Simmons.
happen. But, yeah, I get you.
Yeah, probably not. But, if you get Simmons,
Honestly, if
I
Simmons...
would, if I had to bet, I'd say Fiction. I think they'll go tackle.
Yeah,
But,
I'd say Fiction as well.
Yeah.
But I'm saying if Simmons falls past... If Carolina's pick comes and goes and Simmons is still on the board, yeah, you get the Redskins on the phone immediately. Like, hey,
And
what do you need?
I'll tell you what. No, I'm just kidding. If Simmons is there and one of those tackles, maybe you call New York, the Jets, and say, hey, give
Give me
us
your
pick
pick.
11 for OBJ.
Hell no.
And I'm just kidding.
Hell no.
Uh,
Sheesh.
yeah, yeah, I'll say Fiction. I think they go tackle, but I don't know. Then did you listen to Andrew Berry last week? Not to keep going on tangents.
No.
He came out and said, which I don't know if this. Okay, so he came out and said he thinks the difference between left tackle and right tackle skill sets is diminishing quite a bit.
I'd say.
And
Yeah.
I don't know if that means Jack Conklin played left tackle in college.
Okay.
I don't think they're going to move him to left tackle.
What are they
But
going
I
to do it
think
right?
Kendall Lamb, Chris Hubbard,
Ugh.
sign someone else. I know. It's not. I just think
That's the
that
side
either
Baker's
means-
afraid of. Sorry.
Oh, I agree. I think that means either A, they're going to, like, if you get Wirfs, I think that means they might really like Wirfs and Wills because they both played right tackle.
Yeah.
Wirfs played a little left tackle, but mostly right. I mean, if you get, like, Wirfs or Wills, like, you might try Conklin and Wirfs on both sides just to see. And, like,
Regardless.
maybe it just means they like Isaiah Simmons so much that if he's there, they're just going to take him because they think Conklin can switch back over to left. I don't know.
Yeah, but then you have the right side, which was sucked
Oh, I
ass
know.
all
And
last
Baker
year.
rolls out
and Baker
right
rolls
a
out to
lot.
the damn right and
Yeah.
throws out. Baker rolls out right. Why is he rolling out right? The pressure went
Yeah.
right by him, throwing off his back foot, incomplete, picked off the hands of the
Yeah.
receiver. Oh, they're taking it the other way to the 30, to the 25, to the 10, 15, 5, 10, 5, touchdown, whoever the fuck the Browns are playing. That
Yeah.
all year last year.
Well,
Sorry.
Okay, I know.
Sorry, baby.
This is the only other thing. Stefanski, I don't think this is what they'll do. I could just see a scenario where Stefanski's really in love with those two tight end sets, and I could see him downplaying the value of having another tackle just because of that.
I guess.
He has, I don't know.
No.
Fiction, they'll take a tackle.
Fiction.
That's what I
We're going
think.
Tackle. Have to go tackle.
Unless Becton's the only one there, which that's just me. If it's just Becton, I'm going Simmons.
Yeah. Listen, our guys. I said this last year, but retrospect, hindsight, whatever it's called, we shouldn't have believed in Dorsey and Freddie. That was Fred. That was just stupid. We all had false hope. We all like, yes, Freddie and Dorsey, he traded for OBJ, yada yada, such and such. I think I actually have some confidence, like actual unbiased confidence in Andrew Berry and Kevin Stefanski, and I think they have too much common sense to pass up a tackle here.
Yeah.
Although you could argue that it's common sense. If Simmons is there, you take him.
And really, like, let's say, I don't know. I mean, if they take Simmons and they still don't have tackle adjust, maybe they could trade back up into the first and get like Josh Jones. Like, that's not.
Apparently, they like what's his Cleveland guy.
I don't like him very much.
Yeah.
I like his last name. That's about it.
That's stupid.
It would be kind of cool to have a Browns jersey with the last name Cleveland.
It was like Xavier Cleveland or something.
Ezra,
Xavier,
Yeah.
same thing.
I like. There's a couple guys I'd like more than him if we did it in a second, but I don't see like freaking not to name drop again. Matt Miller came out and said he wouldn't be surprised if the Browns screwed this up and took Grant Delpit at 10.
Shut your mouth.
Shut the front door, Matt Miller. This is not the same old Browns.
No.
We're Ivy League guys.
Ivy League guys. Our offense is stacked. All right.
Yes.
If you cannot give Baker some time, 6. I'm sticking up for you. If you cannot give Baker some time this year, and if you stunt Baker's career progression one more year, it's over. We got to move on. I'm sorry.
He'll be going to the
gone.
Patriots for a
He
third
won't-
rounder, and
yeah.
he'll go to the Pro Bowl five
Exactly.
times in a row.
Exactly.
Yep.
He won't get that second contract, and that would
No.
sadden me because Baker's a good quarterback.
Yes.
Please, Andrew, Kevin, do the smart thing. Take a tackle.
And we love Isaiah Simmons.
Yeah, this is coming from Dos Unos guys. We love
Yes.
Isaiah, but you have to take a tackle.
Yeah.
Have to.
Speaking
or
of Oklahoma
trade for a
players,
tackle. Sorry.
we got to move on here.
Yeah, sorry. We can go on
Speak-
this all day. We got hypotheticals
Speaking-
out the butt.
Speaking of Sooners, fact or fiction, CeeDee Lamb will be the first receiver taken.
Nah, Jerry Judy.
You think so?
Fiction. Jerry Judy's going first.
I think the most logical spot. I think one of the 4 tackles will still be there at 11. So I think the Jets will go tackle. I think the most logical spot is 12 to the Raiders, and I could see them just falling in love with Henry Ruggs and taking him. I've seen
guess.
some stuff saying that that's who they really like. I've seen either him or Lamb. I personally have Judy and Lamb so closely graded that I think it actually just depends on the team picking them. Like if I were the Niners, I'd probably want Lamb. But if I were like I think like the Raiders, I think I would rather have Judy. And I think on like the Broncos, those are like the first 3 teams I could see picking a receiver. I think I'd rather have Judy. Although it would be really fun if the Buccaneers were like, screw it, we're just going to get another receiver and Tom Brady is going to have the best weapons ever.
Yeah.
But
I
will say fiction. I think
think
Oakland's going to be the team, and I think they're going to pick Ruggs.
Ruggs. Okay.
Yeah.
Although
Yeah.
CeeDee Lamb, you could convince me on CeeDee Lamb.
I think
Yeah,
you could
CeeDee.
convince me he's the best receiver for
Yeah,
sure.
you're right. I don't know. I kind of just was like Jerry Judy, but
Yeah.
I think you're right. CeeDee Lamb could probably go first. That could be a fact. Again, I think it's either CeeDee, Judy, or Ruggs, but
Yeah.
obviously. But I mean, Jacksonville could take a receiver. Arizona's not going to anymore.
No.
Carolina, if you really wanted to, you could take a receiver,
Yeah.
but probably won't.
I think that's. Yeah,
San
I
Fran
would
needs
say
a
the earliest
receiver.
would be 9.
They don't need a receiver, but San Fran could take a receiver.
Oh, they're going to. I
Yeah.
think.
Yeah, Denver.
They lost Sanders.
Denver needs a receiver. Not needs, but could take one.
Yeah.
Falcons don't. Dallas maybe.
I've seen that too. That would if they got
Dallas,
Jerry
yeah.
Judy, that would be kind of insane.
Yeah, but yeah. So what I say? Fiction. Yes, fiction.
Yeah. So you think it'll be Judy?
Yeah. Well.
I know it's hard.
No.
Um,
Well. No. Well. Yes. I don't know. I'm just gonna stick with my original answer. Yeah, Judy.
all right. All right. Next one. Fact or fiction? No running backs go in the top
Fiction.
or in the first
100%
round.
fiction.
Yeah.
100%.
Oh.
There could be 2.
I think Swift for sure.
Swift,
goes in the
Swift
first
for
round.
sure.
I don't know where.
I don't know
but-
if teams like Jonathan Allen as much as I do, but I like him. I think he's a first round talent. So let's see. Okay, so I honestly, this would be very, very. I think he could go as high as 14 at Tampa Bay. Swift.
Yeah, I could definitely see that.
I mean, they could really use a running back. Sorry, Ronald
Are you
Jones,
talking
but
Taylor or Swift?
Swift.
Or just yeah, I think so.
A running back.
Yeah.
But Swift's at Tampa Bay would be nice. I think he could go to the Dolphins with their second pick at 18.
Yeah.
Could take a
Yeah.
running back.
I think so.
The Raiders don't need one. Jacksonville doesn't need one. They have Miles Sanders. And then the Patriots, but they're kind of weird. I just don't talk to the Patriots. Yeah.
The Chiefs.
The Chiefs Chiefs at the very last pick, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, so I'll say
There
fiction.
could be 3 taken in the first. I don't think so. There could be 3 taken in the first round, but I don't think it's going to happen. I'd say 2 get taken.
I think it'll be 1.
No.
Just me.
No.
But I think 1 will go.
Even the
I don't-
Dolphins, even if say the Dolphins keep all 3 of their picks, they could take whatever at 18 and then take a running back at 26. Dolphins don't
Yeah.
have a running back. They have
I just think-
Karen Balaj or whatever. Balaj.
Yeah. Oh, the Dolphins. Well, they got Jordan Howard, who's not great. I
Still.
think they still need another guy. I think that's the team most likely to do it. I could see the Bucks going tackle because they still need another tackle, and there is a possibility one of those guys. Like I've seen Andrew Thomas mocked to them, and that would be an absolute steal there.
Mhm.
And then who's the other one? Oh, the Chiefs. I've seen interior linemen mocked a lot, like Cesar Ruiz from Michigan. So, but I could like at least one will go in the first round. So I'll say fiction.
100%.
All right, I'll do one more because we kind of laid out our top 10. So I'll do fact or fiction. The Patriots will draft a QB in the first round.
Fiction.
Yeah.
Patriots pick way too late.
They could go Love.
They could go Hurts. Nah, they'll sign Cam Newton.
Yeah. If Jordan Love, so I think Jordan Love late first round is going to have a lot of value because if the Patriots don't take him, I could see like the Colts trying to trade back up into the first and get him because like Phillip Rivers 1-year deal, and I've heard they've like fallen in love with Jordan Love. And I've seen like the Packers met with Jordan Love, which I thought was interesting. Like Rodgers has
Rodgers
a
said it
couple
himself.
good years still.
He's like,
Yeah.
I'm getting old.
Yeah. So, but for the Patriots, I think they don't seem like a team who's like that desperate to take a QB. So I'll probably say fiction. Like I could just see them being like, yeah, we'll figure it out. Maybe we'll take Jalen Hurts in the second round.
Maybe they like Jarrett Stidham.
Yeah. Jarrett Stidham's there, and like you said, Cam Newton. I mean, he's got to be on the
out
team.
there.
Like there's just
Jameis
no
Winston's
way.
out there.
Yeah.
What's the other guy? There's another guy out there.
Sam Bradford? No, I'm just
No,
kidding.
maybe I'm wrong. I don't know.
Andy Dalton's on the Bengals, but like
but-
you could trade for him.
I don't know. Yeah, Jameis Winston's out there. Cam Newton's out there.
Yeah.
Andy Dalton's a possibility somewhere. Imagine if Andy Dalton just sits behind Joe Burrow next year. Yikes. What a gut punch.
That would be. I feel like they'll just end up cutting them
I
if
agree.
they don't find a trade partner. But like really, it's smart of them to kind of wait around because like, I mean, dude, when Teddy Bridgewater got hurt, the Vikings gave up a first for Sam Bradford. So
Yeah.
if someone's QB gets hurt, they're gonna be desperate, and you could maybe get a late first, early second rounder for Andy Dalton. So
Old Red Rocket.
yeah.
I like it.
All right, that concludes our NFL draft fact or fiction.
Fact or fiction? Fact or fiction?
We still doing this hot butt ranking?
Why not?
All
We're
right.
an hour into it,
All
but
right.
fuck F it.
So this is our
We'll make it quick.
yeah. This is our. We're not going to use hot butt. I don't want to get sued. Hot seat
seat.
rankings for NFL coaches going into next season. So if they're number one on our list, we think they have the hottest seat in the NFL. They're most likely to get fired.
We'll call it fire under their ass.
Yeah, fire under their ass. NFL coach rankings. So number one on my list, I had Doug Marrone for Jacksonville, just because I thought there were reports out there that he was done after last season, and then once they got rid of Tom Coughlin, they were just like, whatever, we'll give him another year. I just think they have Jay Gruden as their offensive coordinator now, and I think it's definitely like I could just see it happening. They start out the season 0-4, and they're just going to make Jay Gruden the interim head coach. I don't know why I could see that happening. And Doug Marrone, I mean, I don't think he's a good coach anyway. So
No.
and I really didn't think he was going to come back. So he's number one.
No. For me, I don't know what Jacksonville's doing. I think
Yeah.
Jacksonville kind of just like clean shop, so I feel like that is like I don't know if they're gonna clean shop with their coach or they're like we believe in this coach, just let him do his
That's
thing
fair.
for a few years. I think Matt Nagy's my number one.
Really?
Yeah,
Wow.
Bears suck.
I don't think I'd have him one.
Bears suck.
He's definitely up there.
Or
He's
Adam
6
Gase.
on mine.
Or Adam Gase.
I would have Gase. If I had someone other than Marrone, I'd have Gase.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I think Matt Nagy.
They did somehow finish 7-9 though. The Jets somehow finished 7-9.
That's true, bro. The Bears suck, and
They do.
Nick Foles is not gonna make them not suck.
This is my thing though. I think I actually believe in Matt Nagy as a head coach myself. I think he's a good head coach. I think Ryan Pace, their GM, is just making all these dumbass.
No, I like
I
Matt
gotta stop
Nagy.
cussing.
I like Matt Nagy. I don't
Yeah.
like what the team is doing.
Yeah. So that I just think if I were the Bears owners, I would get rid of Pace before Nagy if it were me.
Regardless, I
But-
feel like if they get rid of the GM, they're just gonna be like, clean it up.
Yeah,
They
that's
might give
fair.
the job to who's old boy defensive coordinator there, old Colts head coach.
Chuck Pagano.
Chuck
Yeah.
Pagano.
Yeah, I could see that. So maybe we could just break these up into tiers. Like I think it's more than likely this guy's not going to be there after
Yeah.
next year. So we could go. I would still would you still have Marrone in that tier?
Yeah, the top like last season figured out tier.
Yeah. So we got Gase, we got Marone, we got Nagy. I think Matt Patricia's in that.
I don't know what they're doing with him though, man.
You can't fault him for last year. If it
No.
were me, because Matt Stafford got hurt.
Yeah.
I mean, like they had freaking. I love David Blau, but he was playing quarterback for them.
Right.
Like, I agree. I don't think they have a clear like mission defined. Like
No.
Stafford's getting up there in age. The rest of the team's not ready to win.
Yeah, they're
Like,
just kind of doing it.
I could definitely see him getting canned. I
don't think so. I think he's
No?
on the tier right below. I don't know why I like Matt Patricia.
I like him too.
I feel like he's been given the short stick, short end of the
Yeah.
straw every single season, man. Like
Yeah.
obviously when he got there, Lions sucked. They have a good quarterback, but the rest of the team sucks. I mean, it's gonna take a little while. He's been there for 3 seasons, right?
hmm
And then but the last season you can't count last season. I think if
Yeah.
they win 3 games this year, he doesn't. I think if he sucks this year and then sucks next year, yeah. But I think they give him another year after this. They're
Okay.
still rebuilding like 100%.
Yeah, it's just I don't know.
Look-
He's also one of those guys who I thought was going to be fired last year. That's the
Really?
only reason I would have him there.
Okay.
Which I don't think it's right. It's just
Yeah.
prediction wise.
Yeah.
And then what about Zach Taylor?
I don't
Which
think you can't fire him after this next year. He's got a rookie quarterback.
Yeah.
Again, rebuilding AF. They
Yeah.
won their last game of the
Yeah,
season against
yeah.
the Browns. You
Let's
can't
not talk about that.
sorry,
Uh,
you can't fire the dude after his 1 season with the quarterback, your number 1 overall pick. I'm okay, you can. If if he comes out and it's just
Yeah,
like
you
what
can.
the hell, what just happened with if Joe Burrow comes out and just like sucks or like it's the offense just looks terrible, but yada yada, okay. But if there's like some kind of spark and it's like okay, the team is getting there, there's no way. No,
Yeah.
I don't think unless it's like
So-
a total 100% bust, like everything is falling apart. Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
that's not what we're
So-
doing here.
Yeah. He's definitely not on my. I guess you make some good points. He's probably not on my like most likely. I'd probably put him if we were doing the rankings
The
by
middle,
numbers. I'd
3
probably put him
tiers.
in like 10 to 12. But on that tier of like, he's probably not coming back after next season. He's probably not in there. What about Dan Quinn from Atlanta? Because there were a lot of talks about him getting let go, but then they turned their season around,
Yeah.
like we talked about earlier.
Yeah, I mean, Super Bowl head coach, but
Yeah.
I get where you're coming from, especially with the offense they have right now. Maybe they just like put together.
And he's
an
a
offense.
defensive-minded head coach. That's the thing.
Yeah, and their defense sucks.
Yeah.
But I think if they don't win more than 8 games, I think he's probably gone. They're probably like,
Yeah.
okay, we got to try something before Matt Ryan kicks the bucket.
Yeah.
So
I think
that's
so.
my thinking.
He's probably in that top tier then. What about so this one is I can't believe there were rumors out there that after the Vikings lost to the Niners,
Yeah.
they were considering letting Mike Zimmer go, making Kevin Stefanski the coach, and Mike Zimmer was going to go to the Cowboys.
No way.
I don't think Mike Zimmer's a fantastic coach by any means.
No.
I think he's a fine coach. But I would probably put him in that high tier because I feel like the Vikings are ready to move on from him. I don't know why. I don't really have a great – I could see the Vikings taking a huge drop this year too because they have lost so much. Like on the offense, on defense, they lost their top 3 corners. They lost Diggs. They lost 2 of their starting linemen, like everywhere. They lost Everson Griffin.
Yeah. If they make the
I don't know.
playoffs or they come close to making the playoffs, I don't think he's gone. But
Yeah, I
at
just
the
don't
same-
know if
At the same
they're
time,
going to.
they might just be like, you know what? Let's just start over someone else.
Yeah.
Kirk Cousins still got 3 years, right? Something like that.
Yep.
I don't know. Maybe that's what you do. I don't think he's in the number 1, top tier. He's probably like the middle tier. If we have
All
3, if we have 3 tiers, like safe, I don't know, like you're getting there. Or let's go, not ice cold, but like nice and chilled. My butt's a little sweaty, and then like fire under the ass. I think
Yeah.
he's in the butt sweat group.
Yeah. What about oh god, this one will be fun. Bill O'Brien.
Oh my, there's no way. He's super chilled, even though he shouldn't be. He should have like a fire up his beehole. This guy should be gone, but he's the GM. Who's gonna fire him? The
owner.
That's what I'm saying. The owner who gave him the positions.
I know. You know what? I think he's I think he's right between fire under ass and butt sweat for me.
For
Just
for
because
us, yes.
no. I should say in my rankings. Because I think they can all okay, if they struggle this year, and I'm Deshaun Watson, I'm trying everything I can to get out of there. And if I'm the owner and I see something like that happening,
Oh yeah.
I'm getting rid of Bill O'Brien right away because okay, you have so much weight on your shoulders. You're the GM, you're the head coach. If we don't have success, it's not like, oh well, the GM sucked. Like I can't blame you.
Mm-hmm.
Like he's got it all. I feel like I would probably put him in butt sweat tier.
Butt sweat tier.
Yeah.
Personally, butt sweat tier. Yeah, like you said, if Deshaun, that's a different story. If Deshaun Watson's like, oh yo, I'm not signing a second contract with you, then you got problems. But I think that's really the only way that they're like, okay, we gotta get someone else. Maybe they take away his GM, but I feel like if you're taking away the GM spot from him,
You just gotta get rid of him.
Just get rid of him.
Yeah.
So
I don't know if Houston's gonna make the playoffs. And if they
I don't know,
don't,
man.
like
I don't know. I
you
think they probably
you
do,
only got
but-
so much time to maximize that window of Watson being on his rookie deal.
Uh-huh.
You know?
Right.
So then again, I mean he might get a new deal next offseason.
That's
You know
true.
what? You guys should have fired Bill O'Brien this offseason.
Yeah, unless
Whatever.
they're gonna just give Deshaun Watson back up the Brinks truck tomorrow or next season. I'd want to. If I was him, I'd be like, please, I can go make my money somewhere else and win.
And everyone would give him that contract.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But that's it.
All right. What about? I feel like we're not gonna have a lot to talk about with this guy. What about Vic Fangio
I
in
don't know,
Denver?
man. Denver's just okay.
Yeah.
Good for them. Vic Fangio.
I like
mean,
him.
He had to roll with what's his name? Fucking
Flacco
yeah,
and
Joe,
they had Locke come in.
he had to roll with Joe Flacco the last year, and now they have like you just
Yeah,
said,
Drew Lock looked
yeah.
good at the end
Drew
of the
Lock-
year.
Drew Lock
So
looked good. Give him a year. I don't think, unless again one of those things where it's like, oh, Drew Lock looked great last year. Why does he look so bad right now? Maybe it's the head coach. Let's fire him.
yeah,
That's the only
So-
thing I could see.
you wouldn't put him in that top tier.
No, I think that's just kind of like a wait and see type deal.
Yeah, I think so. I think he wins a lot of guys over in the locker room there.
Yeah.
He's a huge Von Miller, Bradley Chubb, they both came out and said he is one of their favorite coaches, and it makes sense. Everyone in Chicago said that when he was their D coordinator. So I don't think. Yeah, I think he's probably safe-ish. Unless they go.
He's like butt sweat. I don't really know.
There's only a couple teams that if you go 2-14, you're still staying. If the Patriots somehow just went
They're
they
not
could win
firing
0
him.
games and they'd keep Bill Belichick,
Yeah.
obviously. I think unless they went 2-14, or well, I should say 4-12, then Fangio's probably gone. But I don't really see that happening. I think Denver's going to be okay. So,
Which, the next guy on your list, I would put in that category.
Yeah.
Even if they won 2 games, he's not getting fired. Mike Tomlin, never getting fired. The only way Pittsburgh's
Really?
getting rid of him is if he walks away. Mike Tomlin is such a good head coach.
I think so too. But there's always rumblings about him.
There's no way in hell they ever get rid of Mike Tomlin. The only way Mike Tomlin is going to be out of Pittsburgh is on Mike Tomlin's terms.
Yeah, I think that's the right thing to do. I think you're right.
I hate to say it because fuck
Yeah.
Pittsburgh, but
Yeah,
there's no way.
I think so. What about Anthony Lynn for the Chargers? I think he's a good
relatively
coach.
new, right?
Yeah, his first year there was that year they went to the playoffs and they beat the Ravens.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, again, it's another one of those rebuilding situations.
Yeah,
I think they're making the moves. Let's get rid of Phillip, bring in a quarterback, or to roll with Tyrod, still bring in a quarterback. I don't think it's unless you're I really don't like the way this guy's culture in the locker room, or the
Yeah.
way he runs the team. Then sure, but I feel like at that point you do it now. So
yeah.
I think he definitely at least has this next year.
What about Cliff Kingsbury?
Hell no, you keep that dude. He is safe.
You think so?
Safe. He shouldn't even be on this list. No. no
Um,
way. Cliff
Yeah,
Kingsbury all day. Which there's no
mean-
reason for me to say that other than his college career, but that you saw spurts
His-
last year. Kyler Murray looked great
you
last
saw
year.
spurts, yeah, but they did go. They only won. What they go?
Their
5
offensive
and 11.
line terrible. Their
5, 10,
defense
1.
not great.
No, I know.
But it was kind of like the Browns Baker's the first season, last 8 games. It's like they were in it, but like they never quite like were right. Like they couldn't blow teams out. They were always right there, always right in games. But there were a lot of games that tipped right on the fence, but tipped the opposite way. Because I feel like it's a new team, new head coach, new quarterback, just a very new team. I think they could win 10 or 11 games this year.
What if they don't?
If they don't, it's still
What if they go 5-11 again?
If they do, it's like, okay, well, Cliff Kingsbury, you're still a second year, okay. He at least gets NFL head coaches get 3 seasons. You get three seasons.
I need you to be more lay the hammer down. We don't have enough people in the 500 tier.
Okay.
I mean, I don't think he should
I will put
but
Doug Marrone, Adam Gase,
I
Matt
think
Nagy.
Patricia should be in there.
Listen, Doug Marrone, Adam Gase, Matt Nagy, and you can throw Patricia in because he's already had his 3 seasons. Those 4, fire under the ass.
Yeah.
Mike Tomlin, cool as ice. Cliff Kingsbury, cool as ice. Bill O'Brien should be gone, but hey, whatever. And all the rest of them, I think, should be in the butt sweat tier.
Yeah, that's fair.
But the 2, Mike Tomlin and Cliff Kingsbury, cool as ice, man. Like, no way.
The Kingsbury one, like, I like
He's
him,
had
but
one
that surprises
season.
me.
He has had one
I
season.
know. But
don't you yell at me.
I just.
One
I don't know,
season,
like,
and the offense
he doesn't have like
okay.
a great pedigree. You know what I mean? Like, it's not like he's like if Bruce Arians went 5-11 twice.
Okay.
Like,
but
then
if you look at his college resume, obviously it doesn't count because it was college, but the way he utilized Kyler Murray last year, Kyler Murray was rookie. He was rookie of the year? Yeah.
Yeah, he was
rookie of the year. Give him time.
I know.
He's second-year quarterback.
Baker was rookie of the year, and then
no, he wasn't.
Hitchens...
No, he wasn't.
Oh wait, you're right. It was Saquon. All right, he broke the NFL passing touchdown record.
Regardless.
For rookies.
Yeah, and then.
I mean, but Kingsbury's college career is nothing.
Okay, regardless, Kingsbury is not going to come out and pull a Fred. Not going to come out. He's not going to be a Freddie. He showed this last year. He knows how to run a team.
Yeah.
Give him another year in the NFL. Better weapons, a better team. Mark my words. Unless Kyler Murray somehow just isn't the same guy as we saw last year, the Cardinals will win 9 to 10 games. Maybe.
I mean, I think so too. I just don't think it's. Like, I could see a scenario in my head where like their defense is just so bad that like they're doing the same thing they're doing this year.
Maybe they address. They go out and address in a trade. I need something on defense.
Yeah. I
don't think you go out, recruit the guy from college that everyone was chasing, basically, and you don't at least give him 3 years. There's no way you give up on him after 2 years.
I don't think he'll get fired. I'm just saying I don't think it's outlandish to see a scenario where he might.
No.
No? Okay.
I agree to disagree.
Okay.
Anyway, that's all.
I like him. Don't get me wrong. And I think he'd get another job quick. But, okay. So, a couple more guys I want to get to. And then, like, the safe tier is boring. We're not going to talk about them.
No.
Brian Flores, who we both like a lot. You know what? I think he's chill too, just because like he won 5 games with like the worst roster the NFL has ever seen.
Now that team looked great for being so bad. Not great.
Yeah.
They looked much better than they should have.
And they all speak very highly of him. Like they seem like, especially with all these assets they've accumulated, they seem very patient in this rebuild. I think
the Dolphins are doing it the right way. Brian Flores runs the locker room the right way.
Yeah,
no, I think he reminds me of a Mike Tomlin. Not just because of his skin color.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
No, I'm just kidding.
He runs the locker room the right way. The team. It just seems like the players like him, the fans like him. It's working, and it was only his first season. Okay.
Yeah, I think so. I think he's chill.
Again, chill. It's a guy. Especially you're bringing in a rookie quarterback. You have to, unless it implodes on you and Tua or Herbert is just absolutely terrible, and they're like, oh, blame Flores, maybe, but I think he's safe.
So then I have a list of guys who I think there's absolutely no way, no matter what, unless they decide to quit, they're going to be the coaches in 2021.
Yeah.
And you tell me if there's anyone on here who you don't think is in that tier. So I have Andy Reid, obviously, Pete Carroll, Bill Belichick, Kyle Shanahan, Sean McDermott, Doug Peterson, Frank Reich, Mike Vrabel, Sean McVay, Jim Harbaugh, Matt LaFleur, Sean Payton, and John Gruden. And Bruce Arians.
Obviously Gruden's gonna be there.
Yeah, it's
Jim
just
Harbaugh,
his contract's so
obviously,
damn
is gonna-
long.
Again, Jim Harbaugh. All these guys are in the same boat as Tomlin. I would have put Tomlin on here, as they're not leaving until they
They
decide
say
to
so.
leave.
Yeah.
Pete Carroll
The
intrigues
only-
me. I don't like. But he shouldn't. He's pretty safe. I don't know why. I just don't. I'm not a huge Pete Carroll fan, but I mean,
No, I'm not
the
either.
statistics say for themselves what they do every year. Mike Vrabel should be safe. Sean McVay.
That's the
If-
only one I was going to
if
bring up.
If the Rams suck again next year, Sean McVay might be on the hot seat going into
Like,
2021.
They went 9-7, but they were just not
They
like
weren't-
it never looked right.
No.
And oh my God, if Sean McVay became a free agent head coach, I think like half
Sorry,
the teams
Kev.
in the NFL would be like, you know what, we might just fire our coach just to get Sean McVay.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's no one on here.
Imagine if Kev brought in Sean McVay as like the OC.
Oh my, just don't get me too excited too late. There's no one on here I could see. I mean,
No, I
Unless-
think they're pretty much all safe
Yeah.
at least until.
so okay, I got one more. So we got all the first year guys.
Okay.
So we got Joe Judge, we got Stefanski, Matt Rule, Mike McCarthy, Ron Rivera. If there's one guy who you think could be a one and done, is it Joe Judge? Because that's the only one I could
Yeah.
even like remotely.
Yeah,
Unless
again,
I don't know.
I'm a huge no. It will not be no.
I'd
No.
find a new team. I
No.
would. I
Kevin
would
Stefan-
right
no,
away.
he cannot be a one and done. If he
Yeah.
is, oh my god, I don't know what I'll do. I'll shut the podcast down. No, we'll become like a Saints or like
Yeah.
a Cardinals podcast or something. I'll start following another team. Yeah, Joe Judge, I guess. But even then, the first year, like you can't.
We always say that, and then
You
there's always
can,
one.
Yeah. Yeah, but the Giants have a pretty good team. Like they're not bad. Again, but I guess
Mm-hmm.
if they do only win 3 or 4 games with the roster they have, because obviously Stefanski, the Browns. Well, I'm just saying, man, the Browns have a pretty damn good roster, and if we
Oh,
don't
yeah.
at least, I don't know what's gonna happen. But Matt Rule, obviously they are rebuilding. Mike
Yeah.
McCarthy is a tenured head coach. I think he gets a few seasons. And then Ron Rivera, again, tenured head coach, gets a few seasons. Especially with the place that the Redskins are in. The Cowboys are, I don't know, man. If the Cowboys suck, Mike McCarthy might be like, what's going on, man?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, I think I feel like there's definitely going to be some guys that we discussed that we're not seeing, and they're just. I mean, so how many did we have in like the for sure hot seat? We had
4.
or for sure fire in the last. We had Marone, Gase, Patricia,
Matt Nagy.
Matt Nagy. Yeah. One of them will turn it around. I think.
Probably Nagy.
Yeah. Well. God.
I don't know, man.
I don't believe in Nick Foles, so
Yeah.
yeah, that's.
But I like Mitch. I mean, I shouldn't like him because he's never done anything to make me like. He doesn't done anything to like prove to me that he's going to be a good quarterback or an even okay quarterback. But
Yeah.
I think Chicago's just got a good defense.
Yeah, I think the guy in the tier below who I would most likely put in the fire under S tier, I don't know why, I just don't think the Vikings will be good next year.
You're just a
I
Diggs
think-
fan.
No, I love them. They're like one of my I wanted them to go to the Super Bowl.
Uh-huh.
I just think they've lost so much. I don't think Zimmer's a bad coach.
No.
I think if he got fired, I think he'd just find another head coaching job.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's pretty much it. I don't know. I mean,
All right. Yeah.
no one in safe is gonna get fired.
You said no
So-
one in what?
Safe.
Oh, no one in. Yeah, no, definitely not. No one in safe. What's his name? Mike Tomlin not going to. Yeah, I think just those 4.
All right.
Those 4 are the
I have
4.
one final question.
Okay.
You gotta pick who is more likely to get fired, Mike Tomlin or Cliff Kingsbury.
Cliff Kingsbury, 100%. No, Mike Tomlin
You
is
just
not getting fired.
you can't see a way where okay.
Who's
Big
more
Ben
likely
co-
to get fired?
No, hold on. Let me talk.
Okay. Fine,
The
fuck
only you can't see a way where Ben comes back and they just aren't good and they're 5-11 or 6-10, and like they just want to move in a new direction, do a complete rebuild. Like you can't see that happening.
But I feel like if you're gonna do a rebuild, you want to do it with Mike Tomlin.
Yeah,
That's me personally.
I like Tomlin too.
I
Unfortunately.
mean, if Big Ben comes out and sucks, like he's old. Like okay, we're moving
Yeah.
on. You know, let's actually go
That's
out.
true.
Let's go out in the draft and address quarterback. You know.
Yeah.
Okay, but
It's just like we've seen. I just feel like we see scenarios where really good coaches get let go.
true.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I don't know.
that's
Like
just-
McCarthy.
That's true. But I don't. That's a different situation. I don't know.
Yeah.
But anyway, we've been rambling for too long.
That we
Uh,
have.
Thank you for listening. If you've listened this far, thank you for tuning in. But we're at that point in the show where it's probably everyone's favorite. At least it's my favorite. Shower thoughts with Ojibs Weinman.
All right. So your shower thought, doing it live on a Sunday evening.
Live on Sunday evening.
The sinking of the Titanic must have been a miracle to the lobsters in the kitchen.
Think about that. While you're roasting like a little lobster in the shower tonight, tomorrow morning, whatever. Thank you for listening. Subscribe on the YouTubes. Subscribe on Apple Podcasts. Subscribe on. Just follow us on everything. Follow us on Twitter at NeverEndingSZN. Follow the Facebook page. Follow us on Instagram at NeverEndingSZN. We're out of here, boys. Thanks for listening. Wait. NFL draft the 23rd. Live streaming it. That's it. Tune in.